Did you know that every year, nearly 240,000 older adults in the United States experience a mini-stroke, also known as a transient ischemic attack, TIA? You might think this is just another statistic, but here's the alarming truth. Many of these older adults don't even realize they're having a mini-stroke. The symptoms are often brief, subtle, and easy to brush off as nothing serious. But what if I told you that those fleeting moments could be a major red flag, signaling that a much more dangerous stroke is just around the corner? Think about it. If you or someone you love misses these signs, the consequences could be life-altering. Mini-strokes don't come with dramatic warnings, they're often subtle and pass quickly. But catching these signs early could be the difference between life and death. That's why this video is so important. If you're over 60 or know someone who is, this information could literally save a life. What if I told you that recognizing these signs early could drastically reduce your risk of a major stroke in the future? In just a moment, I'm going to share 8 critical warning signs of a mini-stroke that every older adult should know. These signs could save your life. But before we dive in, if you think this video could help someone you know, whether it's a loved one, a friend, or a neighbor, please take a moment to like, subscribe to our channel, and share it. The more people who see this, the more lives we can potentially save together. Your support makes a huge difference, and it's never too late to take action. Let's get this life-saving information out there. The importance of recognizing mini-strokes. Early action saves lives. When it comes to mini-strokes, recognizing the signs early is absolutely crucial. Think of a mini-stroke like a pre-warning alarm. It's a signal that something bigger, like a full stroke, could be just around the corner. But here's the thing, most people ignore it. They think it's no big deal or they write it off as something temporary. But ignoring these signs is like ignoring a smoke alarm when there's a fire. By the time a stroke happens, it's often too late to reverse the damage. But if you catch a mini-stroke early, you can drastically reduce the risk of a full-blown stroke. It's all about acting fast, so don't wait. 8 warning signs of mini-strokes in older adults. As we get older, our bodies don't always work the way they used to. That's why it's even more important to be aware of the warning signs of mini-strokes. These signs can be subtle, and since they often pass quickly, many older adults overlook them. However, these signs can be a lifeline if you know what to look for. So, let's dive into the 8 warning signs every senior should know. 1. Sudden weakness or numbness. One of the first and most noticeable signs of a mini-stroke is sudden weakness or numbness. It could affect one side of your body, whether it's your face, arm, or leg. Imagine trying to lift your arm, but it feels heavy or unresponsive. You might also notice one side of your face drooping. This may seem like a fleeting issue, but it's a clear red flag that something is wrong with the blood flow to your brain. Why does this happen? The brain controls movement and sensation in specific areas of the body. When blood flow is temporarily blocked or restricted to a part of your brain, you may experience weakness or numbness in the corresponding areas of the body. It's the brain's way of signaling that something isn't right. What should you do? Don't wait for this to go away on its own. Act immediately, seek medical attention now. The quicker you act, the better the chances of stopping a full stroke in its tracks. Remember, sudden weakness or numbness is a red flag that should not be ignored. 2. Temporary vision changes. Vision problems like blurry vision, double vision, or even temporary blindness in one eye are another common sign of a mini-stroke. This can happen suddenly and last from a few seconds to several minutes. Sometimes, it may feel like a curtain or shadow is falling over your vision. Why does this happen? When blood flow is disrupted to the brain, it can affect the retina or the area of the brain responsible for processing vision. The condition called amaurosis fugax causes temporary vision loss, often in one eye. It's a clear sign that the brain's blood supply has been compromised. What should you do? If you experience sudden vision changes, it's critical to seek medical help immediately. Even if your vision returns to normal, it doesn't mean the danger has passed. Vision disturbances are one of the most overlooked symptoms, but they can be a precursor to a major stroke. Stay alert. 3. Difficulty speaking or slurred speech. Imagine trying to speak, but you can't get the words out right. You might feel like you're trying to form sentences, but your speech comes out slurred or garbled. This is another sign of a mini-stroke. You might also notice difficulty understanding others. Why does this happen? This happens when the brain's speech center, located in the left hemisphere, doesn't get enough oxygen or nutrients. The result? Your ability to speak or understand speech is impaired, even for a short time. What should you do? If you or someone you know experiences slurred speech, act immediately. This could be a warning sign of a mini-stroke, or even a larger stroke coming on. If speech problems appear suddenly, treat it as an emergency. The earlier you respond, the better your chances of minimizing damage. 4. Sudden confusion or memory loss. Sudden confusion, disorientation, or forgetting simple details, like where you are, what time it is, or what you were doing just moments ago, could signal a mini-stroke. This is not the usual forgetfulness that happens with aging, it's abrupt and unexplainable. Why does this happen? Confusion occurs when blood flow to the brain's cognitive centers is disrupted. This affects the areas responsible for thinking, memory, and problem solving. The brain struggles to function properly, without a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients. What should you do? Sudden confusion is a serious symptom of a mini-stroke. If this happens, even if it's just for a few minutes, seek medical help right away. Don't wait and don't ignore it. Confusion from a TIA is usually abrupt, unlike the gradual memory lapses that come with aging. If you notice confusion, get help immediately. 5. Dizziness or loss of balance. If you suddenly feel like the room is spinning, or you lose your balance and can't stand up straight, it could be a mini-stroke. This is especially important if dizziness is accompanied by other symptoms like numbness or slurred speech. Why does this happen? The cerebellum, the part of the brain responsible for balance, relies on a steady blood flow. When blood supply is interrupted by a mini-stroke, it can affect your coordination and sense of balance. What should you do? Don't dismiss dizziness or imbalance as just being tired or from dehydration. If these symptoms appear suddenly, seek immediate medical attention. Dizziness that comes with weakness, confusion, or vision changes is a critical sign that you can't afford to ignore. Act fast. 6. Severe headaches. A severe, sudden headache can sometimes be a sign of a mini-stroke. These headaches are typically sharp or intense, and they might feel different from the usual tension headaches or migraines. They come on unexpectedly and may be accompanied by other symptoms. Why does this happen? When blood flow to the brain is temporarily restricted, it can increase vascular pressure, causing headaches. This is a common symptom of a mini-stroke, though it doesn't always occur in every case. What should you do? If you experience a severe headache along with other stroke symptoms, get medical help immediately. This could be a sign that something is wrong with your blood vessels in the brain. Don't dismiss sudden, sharp headaches as just another migraine. If they're accompanied by other symptoms, it's time to seek immediate care. 7. Brief loss of consciousness. Have you ever felt so lightheaded that you faint or become unusually drowsy? This could be a sign of a mini-stroke. When your brain doesn't get enough oxygen, it can cause fainting or extreme fatigue. Why does this happen? The brain requires a constant, steady flow of blood to function properly. A temporary blockage or narrowing of the blood vessels during a TIA can cause you to feel faint or excessively sleepy. What should you do? If you experience sudden fainting or drowsiness, especially if it's accompanied by other symptoms, seek help immediately. This isn't just a minor issue, it could be an early warning sign of a stroke. If you or someone you know faints unexpectedly, especially if they appear confused after waking up. 8. Tingling sensations. A sudden tingling sensation, often described as a pins and needles feeling, is another symptom of a mini-stroke. This sensation is usually localized on one side of the body, such as in the arm, leg, or face. Why does this happen? When blood flow to the nerves is disrupted, it can cause tingling or a loss of sensation in the affected areas. While it may seem harmless, it's a sign that something is wrong with your brain's blood supply. What should you do? Don't brush this off as just sleeping in the wrong position. If you experience sudden tingling, especially if it's on one side of your body, get medical attention immediately. Tingling, especially when paired with other symptoms, like dizziness or vision changes, should never be ignored. Seek help as soon as possible. Conclusion, key takeaways and valuable advice. Now that you know the 8 warning signs of a mini-stroke, it's crucial to understand the next steps to protect yourself and reduce the risk of a major stroke. Recognizing these signs early can prevent long-term damage, but it's just the first step. The next step is taking immediate action. Your health and safety depend on it. Remember, mini-strokes are important warning signs that should never be ignored. If you experience any of these symptoms, don't wait, seek medical help immediately. The quicker you act, the better your chances of preventing a full-blown stroke. In addition to recognizing early signs, maintaining a healthy lifestyle is essential. Pay attention to your diet, exercise regularly, manage your blood pressure, and avoid smoking. By making these changes, you can significantly reduce your risk of both mini and major strokes, and improve your overall health. Practical tips for preventing mini strokes and major strokes. 1. Monitor your blood pressure. High blood pressure is one of the leading causes of both mini strokes and full strokes. If you have high blood pressure, your arteries and blood vessels are under strain, increasing the likelihood of blockages. Managing your blood pressure is essential in preventing stroke-related risks. What you can do. Eat a heart-healthy, low-sodium diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Exercise regularly, even a brisk walk for 30 minutes each day can make a big difference. Avoid smoking, as it increases blood pressure and damages your blood vessels. Why this works? By controlling your blood pressure, you help protect your arteries and reduce the formation of blood clots that can block blood flow to your brain. 2. Adopt a healthy diet. Your diet plays a major role in reducing your risk of mini-strokes. Eating the right foods impacts cholesterol, blood pressure, and overall cardiovascular health. What you can do. Choose healthy fats like those found in olive oil, avocados, and nuts. Eat more omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon, flax seeds, and walnuts, as they can reduce inflammation and improve vascular health. Limit foods high in saturated fats, sugars, and refined carbs that contribute to high cholesterol and high blood pressure. Why this works? A heart-healthy diet reduces plaque buildup in your arteries and prevents blockages that can cause a stroke. 3. Exercise. Physical activity is one of the best ways to keep your body healthy and reduce your risk of stroke. What you can do. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week. Include strength training with light resistance twice a week. If mobility is an issue, focus on safe chair exercises or other low-impact activities. Why this works. Exercise strengthens your cardiovascular system, helps control blood pressure, and improves overall health, reducing your stroke risk. 4. Quit smoking and limit alcohol. Smoking and excessive alcohol intake are major risk factors for stroke. Quitting smoking and moderating alcohol consumption can drastically reduce your risk. What you can do. If you smoke, quit as soon as possible. Seek support from smoking cessation programs or medications. Limit alcohol to 1 drink per day for women and 2 drinks per day for men. Why this works. Quitting smoking and moderating alcohol intake improves circulation, lowers blood pressure, and decreases the likelihood of stroke-causing blood clots. 5. Manage underlying health conditions. If you have conditions like diabetes, high cholesterol, or atrial fibrillation, AFib, managing them properly is essential for preventing strokes. What you can do. Work closely with your doctor to control blood sugar levels if you have diabetes. Take statins or other medications as prescribed to manage cholesterol. If you have AFib, take anticoagulants, blood thinners, to prevent blood clots from forming in your heart. Why this works. Controlling these conditions reduces the risk of blood clots, plaque buildup, and other stroke-related complications. How family members can support seniors at risk of mini-strokes. Supporting a loved one who is at risk of a mini-stroke is just as important as taking care of yourself. Family members can play a vital role in preventing mini-strokes and helping someone recover. What you can do. Help your loved one recognize the signs of a mini-stroke. This could be the most important thing you do to prevent a larger stroke. Encourage them to follow their treatment plans and go for regular checkups. Join them in physical activities or healthy meals so they feel supported in making positive changes. Why this works. When families are involved in healthcare decisions and offer emotional support, the likelihood of making positive health changes increases. Spotting symptoms early can save a life. Conclusion. Protecting your future with simple steps. The key to preventing a mini-stroke is awareness and action. By recognizing the signs early, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and seeking immediate medical help when needed, you can protect yourself and your loved ones from the life-altering effects of a stroke. But it doesn't end there. Prevention is a lifelong journey. From eating well to staying active, every small change you make today can add up to big health benefits tomorrow. And the best part? You have the power to take control of your health and reduce your risk for mini-strokes and major strokes. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this information helpful, please like, share the video with anyone who might benefit from it, and subscribe to Living Well Daily for more health tips and wellness advice. If you believe this video could help someone you know, please share it with your friends, family, or anyone who might need this valuable information. Your support is crucial for us to continue making videos that can make a real difference in people's lives. Stay tuned for more tips on living a healthier, happier life. Remember, your health is in your hands, and the right actions today can help you live better tomorrow. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future videos that can help you protect your health and well-being. Together, we can live well and make informed choices that benefit our lives.